Dechmont, West Lothian, November 9th, 1979. These woods would become the site of a police investigation, the focus of a media circus, and the center of one of Scotland's most enduring mysteries. This is Robert Taylor, a World War II veteran and forestry foreman. It was his job to keep people out of the Dechmont woods. But one day when patrolling the woods, Robert Taylor encountered something that would change his life and catapult him into the Twilight Zone. Hovering 20 feet above the ground, Robert Taylor described a large dome-shaped object with a metallic rim floating before him. Descending from the craft and onto the ground, two other objects greatly resembling Second World War sea mines, something Rob was all too familiar with as a veteran, which began to roll towards him. Robert tried to run, but it was too late. Before he knew it, he was pulled to the ground as the two objects started to drag him back towards the floating craft. In his struggle, he later described a burning smell, a noxious gas being released from the objects. It wasn't long before Robert Taylor passed out. Coming to his senses some time later, Robert Taylor fought to regain his vision. He wondered if what he had seen was real or just his imagination. Until he saw marks left all along the ground, seen here in this police artist rendering. Two symmetrical track marks and horseshoe impressions, mixed inside a circular imprint. Terrified of what he may have just encountered and where he may have just been, Robert Taylor fled the scene. In the weeks to come, what was now being dubbed the Dechmont Woods incident had become national news, with what happened to Robert himself being treated as an assault, making it the first suspected UFO sighting to be investigated by the police. not only investigating Robert himself,
Look, I know what I saw, alright?
but also the marks on the grass, even cornering off the area to keep out of public view. The press also took interest in this case, turning Robert into a social pariah and the subject of mawkish local headlines. Some believe Robert Taylor had a close encounter of the third kind. Some think it was an anti-tank helicopter, while some say Rob was simply snacking on some local berries. One thing remains certain: after 41 years, as this case remains unsolved, it is still one of Scotland's greatest mysteries.